So yeah, Plus Murs is like now 7 years. It's been 7 years we are working together. It's Paris and Bordeaux based. So Bordeaux is in the west of France, and Paris is obviously at the middle of France. And yeah, we have been running for 7 years in different different city of France. And we met at school, like very random workshop from the second year. And we directly connect. And then we decided to hang out and maybe collaborate on some corporate projects. So this was the very, very beginning. We were three. Three. I have some problems with this number because sometimes it's like the plant, and sometimes it's number three. No.
3 and 3, it's fine.
3. Okay. At the very beginning, we were 3 person, and then we were 2. Sorry for the English. And yeah. Basically, at the very beginning, as I said, it was just earning money with some corporate projects. We didn't have the name Plus Murs at this moment. We were just Merrick and Nassim and the other guy. And we decided in 2015 to launch something that could be us, but different than our names. So that's why Plus Murs came out. And I think this is it. Merrick is more like the person in charge of motion. We like to say that because I'm more the static person. I mean, in terms of design, of course. And yeah, we decided to have these skills together because it's more about complementarity. We love to share our skills and not jump onto the skills of the other one. So that's why we are just 2. And for now, it's been great working together. I mean, Merrick, you can prove me wrong. But...
Don't worry, it's still great.
Okay, thank you. And we decided together to take care of global identity in global way because we like this word, because for us it's like dialogue. But if you don't have dialogue between the client and if you don't have the best dialogue between the client and the end of the project will not be as good as expected. So that's why we like this word global and exchange, of course, because Merrick and I is more like an exchanging process of skills and experiences. So yeah, I'm reading a paper. I'm sure you can see that, but yeah. and then we decide to pursue the creative interest as a team, as I said, and apply our fields, so motion and graphic design, fonts and visual identity and system on commissioned and self-initiated projects. So we have some collaboration, and we also still answer to commission projects, as you may know. Maybe Merrick, you want to say something else?
Yeah, I think diversity is really important for us. It was at the early beginning. We tried to find our first jobs, our first internship in really different company. So big ones, a really small studio, foreign and in France, just to see the difference of creation and I don't know, type of work that the different creative can do. And so we can learn a lot in a few years because we absolutely wanted to launch our own studio. So this is why exchange is so important for us, because we have really different experience. We learn different techniques, and from techniques sometimes is born happy accidents in the work, and so we find new concept and new stuff. So there is no field that we put in front of the other. I think we have some branding projects who came from animation. It can be a little bit weird to understand, but and some animation who obviously came from graphic design. And so it's always in this process that we are working together. So we are always in the telephone together. It's we are really in a digital relationship for now, but it will soon be another relationship because nothing is coming in the same city. So we will finally have new offices and stuff like that. But it's so cool.
Yeah, leaving Paris in like a month, maybe the best decision of my life. So yeah. Where are you from, guys? Are you in London or?
Yeah, we're all in London.
Okay, nice. Yeah, the studio is looking great.
Well, there's two people hiding. I don't know if I can zoom out. And there they are.
FOV.
Neither from London. Yeah, neither of them are from London, though.
That's why they mainland Europeans.
Actually, there's a few of us who aren't from the UK. Nono's from Belgium.
I'm from Ireland.
Okay.
Marco's
Nice.
from Italy.
Nice.
Andrew, who's trying to get out the camera at the front on the other side. And Gabby's from where's Gabby?
Austria.
But she's Polish.
Austria.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool.
So can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Sorry to interrupt you. So can you tell me about 5 p.m.?
Yeah, sure.
Like how what is it? Because I know it's a store, but is that something that you guys also own or co-own or what is it about?
Actually, it's funny you said that because we used to own like a small part of 5 p.m. because we were 1 p.m. and Merrick was 1 p.m. also. So at the beginning of 5 p.m. we were 5, so that's why 5 p.m. And we also like the idea of the 5 p.m. time. We are sharing a 5 p.m. time actually right now, but 5 p.m. time for us is like a beer sharing for us in France, and I'm sure for you too. So that's why 5 p.m. came out, and yeah, I'm looking for the paper of 5 p.m. right now, and we just decided to maybe have a new adventure because at this time we were just 3 years experience of owning a studio. And we were hungry, I guess, or maybe it wasn't enough to have a studio. So we decided to open a store because we had two friends that came from Bordeaux that wanted to launch their store. So we decided, to jump in and take care of the visual identity and also the very basics principle of their identity. And then we after 2 years, I guess, or 3 years, we decided to
leave them the shop.
Leave the shop and just split the studio and the shop because we used to share also the space. We were at the on the back of the store, I guess, if I remember well, and we just didn't get enough light. I think it was almost like more like a cave. So we decided to work in another space, but nothing disappeared from that because we are still friends, of course. We are still sharing a lot with them and even collaboration, but just not it changed nothing but just business and owning. So that's it.
You pick two really, really stressful businesses to try and put together.
Yeah. It was.
Retail and running a studio are two equally, if not, well, I don't know which one's more stressful. I've been involved in both as well.
Sefton, right?
Yeah. And the one I reached out to you about that looks a lot like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Coincidental, obviously.
I'm sure.
Completely coincidental. I remember. So many questions that I have. I was going to ask: is there anything that you wanted to show us physically?
Physically, or you mean just a PDF or?
Yeah, like the work, not physically. I don't mean like.
Yeah, because I'm doing a lot of workout right now, so maybe I can show you. No, let's share the screen.
It'd be great if someone picked up and packaging line work. Yeah, that'd be really good.
Okay, so this is my. Do you see my screen?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Merrick, do you want to begin with CGI or branding?
Maybe it's clear if we show first the branding and after the CGI part, because it's a lot depending on the branding side.
Okay, so now this is recording all my files, download files.
We'll cut this bit out. Yeah, we'll edit this bit.
You'll have
Thank you.
NDA problem.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about global design and exchange. So I already asked about talk about this, and yeah, that's the cover of our portfolio. Very simple. So yeah, this is some of our clients. We have a lot of different clients coming from a lot of diverse fields, such as like music, more artistic, like music or photography or videos, music videos. We also have like private companies like fashion. So yeah, we have a lot of clients in different fields. So this is like an overview of what we did from the 7 past years. So this is not too much. It's more like a summary of what we can do, like yeah, like symbol, web design, responsive, packaging, object packaging, websites, and yeah, just a summary. So our first project, we decided to put Nike because Nike is maybe one of the biggest brand of the world. So we decided why not to put it on the front of our portfolio. Could help to sell some projects. So yeah, we were commissioned by Nike France to design 4 posters for the launch of the Nike Tuned. It was the 20th anniversary on 2018, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, they set up an event in Montreuil. So they were relaunching like some used, not used, but already launched shoes. Like there were 4 of them, and there was one named Purple. So that's the poster we did for the purple one. We did also a type lookup for them. So we decided to use to create type lookups to have like an idea of reminding the laces. So this is Vivaldi. Vivaldi is a very calligraphic feel font, so that's why we came out with this one. And Tuned Air is more like something very strong, very like a shark, because we called this this shoe shark in maybe in London too, I don't know. We call requin, so that's why we came up with this font, this idea. And then you can have the three, of course, posters reminding the Hyperblue with the BQ code. So the BQ code is more like something into sneaker addict people. It's like you can recognize just a shoe by knowing the code, the BQ code. So yeah, this is like more to know if it's fake or real. And yeah, we decided to come up with the gradient. And as Merrick said before, here the animation did almost all the idea and concept, because Merrick, you can help me because
no, because we tried to make some poster with the gradients and the shoes that they created for this year was half blue and half orange. It was between the blue and the tiger, I think the name.
Yeah, this is this one.
This exactly, and so we were trying to match some gradients, and we couldn't find a way to match the gradients with the Photoshop or usual tools. And I started to work on animation, and you will see later when I will show you the gradient animation how it's render, and it's really cool because the effect is only available on After Effects. And so we find a way to to show this gradient mix, and it was really interesting to apply that on a print campaign after.
So yeah, as Mirik said, this shoe is like a merge of two shoes basically. So the tiger on the left, on the right, and the hyper blue on the left, and it's very like contrasted and very. They named it greedy. So yeah, it reminds us the sharks and everything. But in our opinion, the shoe looks not that nice because we like the tiger, of course, and the hyper blue. But yeah. This was for the 20th anniversary, and I think it's not a huge gift, but yeah, it's still a nice shoe actually. And this is more like a yeah, another option to showcase the shoe onto the gradients. And this was for the launch of the. In terms of there is like a concert going on the event, so we decided also to take care of the graphic design of that. So they decided to bring, of course, some rap singers, and yeah, Slow Tie I think is from England.
Yeah. Andy 4000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Andre 3000.
He was crazy on scene. He was like almost half naked, going on a circle, and he was crazy. So yeah, with now Devin Booker. So all my papers. So yeah, Book Project. So Book Project is the brand that Devin Booker, so the NBA player, wanted to launch last year, I guess. So the creative director of Devin sent us a DM on Instagram, actually, so that's pretty direct. And he just said, are you available for a visual identity project? And we said yes, because we always say yes for everybody. And then we are, I don't know how you do it, guys, in 2x Elliott, but we always say yes at the beginning, and then we talk and we manage to do the project, like even if it's a mess or it's hard to organize. At the end, we said never again, but we always said yes after that. So yeah, it's a bit complicated.
We never learn.
Yeah. No. So yeah,
two of you.
Sorry.
So is that why there's only two of you? Because no one else can put up with the fact that you always say yes.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's worse than that. We already had some intern and stuff like that, but it was too complicated for us to at the time. I think to manage our own life. We liked the fact that we could be totally free and not work in the morning if we didn't want to or stuff like that. And it was complicated for us to have a really straight company. So we like our way of life. So,
yeah.
But it will change. It will change.
Have you ever been like a huge team in 2x Elliott, or it was just two at the beginning, or?
Have we ever been a huge team?
No, have you always been a huge team like you are right now?
No, well, it's changed over the years. I originally did start it with somebody else, similar to you when you had 3 people and got rid of one.
Okay.
I had 2. There was 2 of us, and I got rid of one. So then I did it on my own.
So is there any Elliott in 2x Elliott?
So I'm James, but my middle name is Elliott.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's a rather silly name.
No.
I really do need some like pieces of paper to give you some kind of like really interesting story as to why it's called 2x Elliott when there's a founder called James. Yeah, I think the name's kind of stuck, and it got to a point where it was too late to change it because people knew who we were. The name's probably Yeah, I quite like it, and then I don't like it because it's difficult to spell.
Yeah, but XX is perfect. Like, I mean, the symbol is very
Yeah.
straightforward. And
I think if there was a possibility just to buy the URL XX, then I would.
No.
X.X. Maybe
Yeah.
this one is available.
Yeah, that's the other problem. You can say it out loud if you want, Elliott. Then the problem is if you search for XX, you might find something else. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Another
Yeah.
Bible.
Yeah, we understand what you say about the about the name
About names.
sticking to the studio, because ours was really a joke at the beginning.
Yeah.
And
The name.
What does it mean?
our name is like the official version is like the translation in French is like it's more mature, you know. So it's like in design we think that it's like you have to always be more mature and always like that. But unofficially, it was from a comedian joke, and it's not. It's,
nothing related to design, actually. Just
I think that's the one you should go with to make me feel better about my poor choices with the name of our studio.
Yeah, that's why we understand. But I think the first time we had to explain it in an interview, we were like watching each other, and we were like, okay, we have to start to think about a meaning right now, because and so we did now.
Yeah, but we often use now PM, because PM is more I don't know, not
easy to
neutral.
spell.
Yeah, easy to spell and neutral. So everybody says Plus Murs, Plus Murs. It's very hard to hear that. So yeah, PM is more.
We can't even say it in an English accent. Like plus, I would probably say Plus Murs, but it sounds.
It's more like Plus Murs. Yeah, it's more like something flat. Plus Murs.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, Devin Booker book projects. So book projects. So yeah, we did a call with. So his name is Ari Israelson. So the manager, the creative director of Devin, and yeah, we did a call, and then we jumped into the project just like this, like in one day or two, and yeah. So this is like a field we imagine for one of his collaboration, because the main idea of book projects is like to build as Cactus Jack did as Travis Scott did with Cactus Jack. Is like a lot of collaboration, but Devin is more into video games. He's actually a very good player, like on Warzone. I don't know if you guys are into video games, but he's like very high ranked. So we decided to play with topography, sorry, because he was raised in Arizona, born and raised in Arizona. So we decided to use topography because there is a lot of relief inside this region of United States, even if we never get to this place. But we decided to play with the geographic differences of elevation. So that's why we had this imprint, because book project also wanted to have like is print into the ground of Phoenix, but also other place. So yeah, BP leaves its mark into world culture. So that's a bit the concept of this one. And this is like the logotype we imagined around book projects. We had to use, because Ari wanted to somehow add the area codes of his dad's home. So it was Mississippi. His mom is from Michigan, and now he plays into the Arizona team Suns. I'm not sure if he's still playing in this team, but so that's why 616, 228, and 602 This is related to Grand Rapids, Michigan, Moss Point, Mississippi, and Phoenix, Arizona. So this is the entire story around this stamp we imagine for this. And then each collaboration could came with a packaging. I didn't want to say that, but the image was here. But no, each collaboration came with a number on the left, bottom left. So as I already told you, is like very into video games. And the third collaboration was an Xbox SCUF, I think, yeah, SCUF Gaming Xbox controller. And we decided to make also some like mock-ups on how it could be, how it could evolve on maybe a brand like more into clothing brand, and a collaboration with Nike maybe, because yeah, we are more into Nike and stuff like this. So that's why we gave them the opportunity maybe to see the brand onto a collaboration of a clothes in brand. Yeah. So that's it for this one. Maybe we can jump into Carhartt work in progress. This one is more like a collaboration with 5 PM and us. We did it this year. Yeah, the idea was to have a lunch bag. No, actually, at the very beginning of the collaboration, we had to choose an object from Carhartt, but Carhartt work in progress. So it's not the same from Carhartt. So yeah, we had like a huge list, and we could choose. So we decided to take the lunch bag, because lunch bag is so like USA related, because we always seen that in movies, like huge families into big SUV coming out of the SUV, like with some huge craft bags. And yeah, we decided to do this one, like it's the same fabric as the carpenter pant of Carhartt, and then at the on the back we decided to put like this small sentence: carry whatever you want, but it better be natural wine, because we also did a natural wine bottle in Nantes, because in Nantes there is a lot of wine industry. And we just not decided to use natural because it's natural, but it was a connection between the two guys running 5 PM and someone into the natural wine process. So we decided, like, just naturally to go into natural wine. We also did a poster for them, and yeah, that's it. And also, yeah, I almost forgot, it was for the 5-year celebration of 5 PM. So we had to do something more interesting than just an event, or just like, hey, we are 5 years old. No, they wanted to have something that we can keep, like an object. Or so that's why the lunch bag.
Right.
Sora Dora, maybe Merrick, you want to proceed on this one?
Yes. So this was a branding, and it was a complete branding for once, and it was with one friend of us who has a family who work in the perfume industry. So the parents were working in the perfume industry, and he decided to launch his brand. So it's a really small brand for really specific people. We have all the identity and all the photography and stuff like that are all CGI. It was a choice for them and for us. We found that interesting that we all had a digital brand, because it's only available on requests and in small shops, but they don't have an actual shop. So all the website is like that, exactly. It's really simple. It's based on the blur and the animation of all the packagings. So we can see the animation. We are actually working on a second version right now with a white background because they wanted to be able to share some stuff with the white background for the clients because the black background is sometimes complicated to use for reseller. But it was really interesting because we had a lot of products, a lot of declination, and it was really interesting to work on this project because we were totally free. We just had one small or huge, it depends on how you say that, but for the physical printing and stuff like that, it was done in China. So it was a little bit the war between us and the Chinese engineer because they didn't understood that the typography has to be there and not 3 pixels on the right or stuff like that. But so we made simple choices sometimes, but it happened to be a really cool project, a really cool project, and it was really fun to work on that because it's one of our, I think, most easy projects because the client is the artistic director, and it was really intelligent discussion and stuff like that. So it was really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward because Ben was very he gave us like a lot of liberty into this project, and yeah, we did this word mark together like in 2 or 3 weeks, and then we decided to put it on this. All the system is based on square. Even the perfume by itself is a square. Is like a cube. So yeah, everything is based on square, and yeah, that's it. It smells really good. Like we do have like yeah, the perfume at home, and it was very interesting to know more about even the work behind the perfume industry. Like some people are very skilled with their nose, and they're creating something very crazy, and even the smell is not the same as a regular perfume. It stays like way longer, and it's very sometimes it smells so good that it stinks, you know. I don't know if I'm clear enough, but never mind. And yeah, this project is more lifestyle, surfing and meditation brand named Systema. It's not launched yet, but they are managing with the production of each product. They wanted to have like suits, surfing suits, a lot of projects, how I can say, like related to surfing and lifestyle surfing. So yeah, we decided to play with the meditation and the fact that nature comes before human, and somehow it could work together as a balanced unity. No, I'm not showing the good part here. Sorry.
I can explain it after if you want.
Oh no, this is book project. I forgot to show you this one.
No, but I can show it in the CGI part if you want.
Yeah, wait.
For the brain.
Yeah, the brain, and I think it's better to see it right now. Okay, I'm not connected. Okay.
Don't worry, I will show it after.
Okay. So yeah, everything is related to balanced, and how water and every element could affect and reflect into your mind as human. And yeah, we decided also to use meteorology aesthetic here to like to evoke that meteorology could play a huge role also on your mind and your mood as a human being. And yeah, everything is related to nature in surf. So That's why we cannot do this. And the visual identity is very simple and based on dia type from Dynamo. And yeah, we decided to use like a monospaced because we wanted to have like the same space between counter and Systema, because it's also playing on top of each other. Like I think I have the counter Systema.com. I think he put it so this is how it could play, and the symbol is evoking the balance with all this. So yeah, this is surfing. Sorry. And this is just a mock-up, like they don't want, I'm not sure if they want to sell t-shirts, but it's more like products related to surfing. Okay, so that's 51%. So 51% like it's a Korea-based fashion brand. They wanted to merge like engineering into clothing and fashion. So they came to us to redesign, but just create like a visual system. We didn't like go too deep into their brand. We just decided to create this system showing like it's not 50%, it's not 100, but it's very like at the middle, 51%. Yeah, because they didn't want to have like the 50-50 feeling. They wanted to have 1% more of 50-50. So yeah, this is like the ethos of the brand. And yeah, we decided maybe to show them how the website could work. All these are mock-ups. Finally, they decided to not use it because it was too simple for them. And sometime we just said, okay, never mind, no problem. And yeah, we had like all this grid playing as a pattern that we wanted to create for them, and it's all coming out of the visual system, reminding that 51% is not 50, and yeah, that's it. That's how it could work also on a vertical way. So this one is not like a very huge work we did. It's more like a nice play with numbers and decimals, and that's why we put it into our portfolio, because we like to also play with just numbers and not always playing with names. That's why maybe 5 p.m. or that's why maybe for 51%. We like this project. So, so 5 p.m. Maybe we are not obliged to say a lot into this one because we already talk a lot. But yeah, we did our very first chart. It was pretty nice to have a chart on 5 p.m. but it was very small. There is like not too much of a paper sheet into the chart because it was our very first one. It was in 2016, I guess, or 15. And yeah, it was more about a nice printing object that we wanted to keep, and we still have it into our archive. So it's very interesting to remind it. And yeah, some printing matter, like very simple. The 5 is coming out of the, no, not out, but it's separating between the format. And we liked also the idea of keeping the same ratio of 5 npm. It's the same system we have on the introduction website. And after 5 years, I mean, they still running the same website because I think we did a good, not a good job, but maybe a timeless feel. In our opinion, maybe it misses some some new add-ons or some fresh feeling onto the website. But at the end of the day, we can still buy some clothes, and that's import to them. So yeah, we played also with the blur effect that never working well. So yeah, no, it's working actually, but I'm on Safari, so maybe that's why. Yeah, and we are still onto the studio part, but that's not really true. So,
and we are still living in Nantes, apparently.
We are not living in Nantes, but yeah, into the website we are still living in Nantes. So yeah, that's 5 p.m.
Cool.
And yeah, through 5 p.m. We had a lot of opportunities to play with brand, play with some free project, I will say, because we were not paid for the half of it. I don't mean 5 p.m. didn't pay us. I mean like when we were using like Salomon, for instance, image, we at this time of our designer time, we were thinking maybe it would be interesting to have free projects with big brand, but it's not like that things are working, and we understood that after. But yeah, we did a lot of events because 5 p.m. was also the beer sharing, I told you. And yeah, we did a lot of 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Events. We did also the 1 year anniversary, of course, 2 years playing with blurry paper. So this is the actually 5 sheets of paper, blurred paper. I don't know, it's transparent and used in school. We wanted to have this one because it's blurring the line between the typography, and we really liked it. This one was also for another event with the radio from Paris. This one was a lunch for Arte from Antwerp. Yeah, this one also, and this one also was for. And yeah, that's led us to 5 p.m. Featuring Bureau Borsch. So we decided to play with a skin pack, summer skin pack. So actually the gears come out like this, and you can dye your garments into 2 different colors. Like yeah, it was for us not like a political I mean, we are not too much into politics, but yeah, it was just like something fun to do with Bureau Borsch, because Bureau Borsch of course is a huge inspiration, and when we decided to collaborate with him, we sent him a message and it was totally down to it. So yeah, it was a pretty cool exercise to do, and a sharing also. So yeah, you buy the pack. So it's t-shirt, shorts, socks, and there is 2 dyes different. You keep it light, or you can wear it, or you can dye to tan your garments and wear as you may like. So that's it. That leads us to many forms. Many form is more. It was a company created 3 years ago. There is too much into my presentation. I'm sorry. 3 years ago, very confidential at the beginning and low profile, outside of fashion, luxury, and music industry. And they decided to change name and came at us to redesign. Not redesign actually, because there was like not too much. Maybe nothing, I guess. And yeah, we came out with the idea of metamorphosis, because yeah, many forms represent a lot of forms, as the name said. So yeah, we decided to play with the fact that nature, in nature, metamorphosis means a structure or body change during a specific timeline. So when we read that, we totally understood that we can play a huge role on the grid as the structure can change, Body change could be the font, because body is related to fonts. That leads us to number 28. So number 28 is actually we said numéro 28 because numéro 28 is the Akira name into Akira manga, and the person behind the brand is a very huge manga fan, so that's why he named his brand numéro 28. So numéro 28 is a clothing brand bridging the physical and digital worlds. So we decided to took the, not we decided, but we came out with the arrangement of taking care of the creative direction. So it's based on choice and evolution, because this client too is into video games and he loves playing a lot. So that's why actually I'm really into also video games. So I was asking myself, what's the difference between a game and just a digital matter? And into the game, you have the possibility to have like the choice that change everything into the story of the game. So that's why we came up with the idea of choice. And yeah, that's it. No, that's not it, but no. So yeah, everything was made from the correspondence. Correspondence is like it's a font designed by Radim Pesco, and because the brand is not totally related to a physical place in France, but we decided to play with correspondence because correspondence is inspired by the Parisian metro font. So that's why we came out with this one, and it's just uppercase. So for us, it was perfect to use and very powerful for them as a clothing brand. So this part is more for Merrick, I guess.
Yeah. In fact, it was really funny because we completely had the trust. And so we started to think about how to cross retail brands and digital and gaming world. And so we started to think that we can make complete software to try to have a guide size of on the website. So you enter your menstruation or your height or stuff like that, and then you select a clothes and in the size you want, L, XL, whatever, and the garments fit on the body you selected. So you can easily see what kind of size you need. And of course, it was really too expensive, but we kept this side of the website, so you can put it on clear or you can put it on black. And on black, as you can see, we are on the men's shape, but you also can try on the dresses. And it was really funny to think about all those details. They want a non-gender website, so you just select the shape at the beginning, and after you have every garment you want to use. So in the second version on the website, they are trying to develop this tool, which will be, I think, a really good way to buy clothes in the 2.0 world, because it's always the same problem when you are ordering clothes. It's never the good size. It's never fitting the way you want. So we were like, okay, if you had a button to say, okay, I'm skinny, I'm not skinny, and stuff like that. And this was a page on the community. So it was exactly like on the game. So you have a classmates ranking for all the customers, and if you buy a lot of clothes, you have a lot of points, you have a high level, and you have a lot of advantage on the eShop, like a reduction or gifts or stuff like that.
So,
and they were a little bit on the NFTs world and stuff like that, but maybe we can share it after. we worked also on this website. So these are the NFTs. They made 3D artists' work. So this is actually our glasses, which will be out in 1 or 2 months, I think. It's a real glasses, and but I will talk about it later maybe. And this is it. I think we made it through.
This is the fun part.
Ah, yeah, this is a glitch part on the website.
Super sick.
So now we lost Nassim. He can
Ah,
stay
sorry,
hours
sorry.
on that.
So yeah.
Amazing.
So yeah, as a video game, as Merrick said, like it was important to have like the XP feeling, the experience feeling, but let's be honest, is like a fidelity system behind it. But yeah, it was for us like very playful to have this, very interesting also as techniques, and we work with Oscar Gomez for the development, and he was like very he played a huge role on this website. So thanks for that, and he launched his I think he launched his office open statement. If I can give you the strength, feel free. Let's go back to this. And yeah. So that leads us to the self project I mentioned earlier. So Les Fichiers Photographiques is our publishing house. We wanted to create a platform where you can find our books, and we wanted also to not just find or buy our books. That wasn't the main purpose of Les Fichiers Photographiques. At the very beginning, we didn't have even a store. It was more about as you do, guys. It was more about meeting photographers because we really liked the idea of sharing skills, because Merrick is more into motion, I'm more into font and stuff, but we don't really know the photograph and video industry, even if Merrick is kind of into it, but it's always interesting to meet some new peoples and collaborate. So this one is our last one, but not least. We wanted to keep on going, but those time has been okay. I'm just finding some excuses, but we wanted to find time to launch a new one, like LFP number 5, and this one is has like a how can I say that, like a liquid field cover into it, because it was like to keep the object intact into water, because the photographer took those photos into a huge, very huge harbor into Saint-Nazaire, so that's where Queen Mary actually came out, I think.
Has been built, yeah.
Yeah, it has been built into this harbor, so it's very huge, like buildings on water, and that's why the object is reflecting this idea of rigidity and softness, I guess. Yeah, and liquid, it was like an idea to represent this harbor and stuff. And we also use some how can I say name of some boats. So Sovereign of the Sea, and this image made by Leonard Mechino. So this edition showcased the Leonard Mechino's work, and it's funny because we remain still friends after doing this job. I mean, it's not just a job for us. It might be the best collaboration in terms of human sharing. Yeah, because it was like a very straightforward and very how can I say that, like a fluid, liquid moment with him. So that's why, yeah, the book also refers to that idea. And this is the third version of Les Fichiers Photographiques, maybe with another one, DJ Khaled, no, another one, another photographer, Barcelona based. And this one was more about the feeling of having and being. So each object is related to one idea, one concept, and one format also. Each product is like an identity for us. We treat it the same way as an identity, actually, visual identity. And we did some posters. This one is from Nayan Graf Cartier, a Swiss-based photographer and also graphic designer, very skilled and a friend. And yeah, at the end of the day, we wanted to sell some books. Sorry for that. But yeah, it was important for us to have somewhere to showcase our self-commissioned stuff. So we decided to launch LFP shop, and LFP shop is right here. And yeah, the last project is a collaboration with number 28. So it's the sunglasses, still in production. And yeah, we did some collaboration with some studios into Europe, like Naranjo Echeverria, very hard to pronounce also. And yeah, that's it.
Amazing.
Sorry. And yeah, we did socks also because every designer wants to make socks. I don't know why, but feeling comfy maybe. And yeah, you asked us about a moment of celebration.
Oh, yeah, that was me. I asked that. I'm hiding behind Curtis. Yeah, I did ask you that question. What would you like your? I think I've asked that because being the owner of a studio, there are times where you feel as though there's real moments of celebration. So I just wanted to know what that moment or moments have been for you.
I think there is like maybe 4 or 5 moments that we could remember.
Okay.
5 p.m. lunch for sure, because it was like the very first physical lunch we did. It was not just launching a brand like we usually do. We get into the building process with some friends. We did some paint. Yeah, we were really into administration also. So this was a very huge step for us. And also it reminds us that we have to split everything. Like a design studio could not be a store. Like now it's a mistake for us. I mean, you could run it perfectly. I mean, if you're watching this video, but for us, it was one of the big mistakes we did. So it was a moment of celebration. Sorry, it's kind of not a good moment, but yeah, actually it was a good moment. Second good moment of celebration was when our work was projected onto Centre Pompidou. That was like very cool to see a very huge scale work of yours. And then I think when we discovered that you can scan your work, it was like kind of celebration, because it gives you this feeling of professionality into your work, and you can show it like more like a chirurgical way, I could say. And yeah, we decided to develop our own identity into Scanner, because Scanner is like yeah, every designer, graphic designer is using Scanner. It's too important.
So Okay. Well, lovely to meet you all, or you both.
You too.
And,
You all too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good
Bye-bye.
evening.
See you
See you.
soon.
Bye.